It's time to boldly go where no one has gone before with the cast of Star Trek Discovery. Please welcome to the South by Southwest studio cast members Sonequa Martin Green, Doug Jones, David Ajala, Wilson Cruz, Blue Del Barrio, and Mary Wiseman, along with executive producers Alex Kurtzman and Michelle Paradise. And the fact that we got all those names, we got it.
Go Juju! Go Juju!
All right, so this is an amazingly bittersweet moment. It's the final 5th season of Star Trek Discovery. What are your feelings? What's going through your minds right now? How are you guys feeling?
Grateful.
Yes.
Grateful for the experience, for these people, to have been introduced to all of these people who become a part of my life and in each other's lives. But grateful for this experience, for being able to tell this story with this incredibly diverse cast, and finally give voice and face to communities that had been longing to see themselves in this franchise for so many years.
That's incredible. What can we look forward to in the coming season? Like, is there any tips or little nuggets you can give us? I know there are people who are waiting to know.
We can't say too much. We want it to be a surprise for people. I think people can expect a bit more action and adventure this season. Not that we don't always have that, but it's our heroes are on a quest this season, and there are things to discover. Get that with the title? And it's going to be a lot of fun. I think people will enjoy it.
Well, it's a big season, and obviously I understood what you meant, because you got to go bigger and better in the final season, right? You can't hold back anything, so I understand that. But looking back, what are some of your proudest moments, like some of your greatest moments personally to each of you that you loved working on this journey?
I personally enjoyed Season 3, Episode 1. We got to shoot in Iceland. Why are you laughing?
Because it's also the first time we see you.
When I showed up, it's my favorite.
I raise you. I get you.
Best part of the show.
I really enjoyed filming in Iceland. Getting to spend so much time with Sonequa, and just we had so many action sequences that we had to just overcome, thrown in the deep end, and it was just a wonderful way to just kind of start my personal kind of journey in amongst this wonderful, wonderful franchise.
Yeah. See, I love that it was selfish at first, and then you brought it to the bigger group.
I went from the micro to the macro.
Perfect. That's how we got to do it over here.
For sure.
When it comes to this new season, obviously, when it comes to Star Trek in general, the themes are just incredible. They're very personal. They're very cultural. What are some big themes that we can look for when it comes to this season as well?
Well,
No.
no. If Alex is about to speak, Alex, just speak. No.
You go.
I was just gonna say it's very much what you said. The cultural themes that are always there. They're there, and they're bigger. They're grand. They're brighter. They're higher. Honestly, there are a lot of big concepts and questions that are being posed in season 5. And so while there's this sense of adventure and fun, this tonal shift, we're also just dealing with the biggest issues there are, in life, with existence, with relationships, with the future.
Yeah.
One of them,
exciting.
we've always asked existential questions, the biggest questions of life. But I think one of the themes that runs through it that I get to deal with directly is, the line between faith and science. At what point do we become okay with not knowing all of the answers? And there is a peace to be found in knowing that you don't need to know everything, and that there are mysteries in the universe that maybe we're not supposed to understand.
Okay, I want to get Doug in on this conversation as well, because you've played in so many different types of worlds, and when it comes to fantasy and sci-fi, the themes often tie to the real world, and I feel like, the amount of things you did, you're kind of an expert in this.
I wouldn't go that far, but thank you.
But being in Star Trek Discovery, is there a theme that you kind of saw in this that made you go, oh wow, I love bringing this to life and letting people experience it?
Science fiction does parallel real life a lot, and that's why I think the fandom for this genre is so strong, because people do see, they can watch something fictional and then go into their real life and go, I've got power to face my demons or whatever coming at my way that day. Right. With my character on this, I've found that like the fans seem to be responding to Saru's imposter syndrome, his fears, his anxieties that he starts with in this series, and watching him work through it, watching him evolve past it, watching him find confidence and courage in himself. That's a theme that so many people have related to and told me about, like, oh my gosh, watching Saru has helped me through this, that. And me too. Like me watching Saru go through this has been like, oh gosh, I don't have to have imposter syndrome anymore. I actually do belong here, dag nabbit, right? Yeah. So thank you.
Love that.
Helping everybody connect with it, including yourself. That's incredible. Speaking of connection, Sonequa, Captain,
Commander.
you are the first Black woman to helm a Star Trek series. Talk about that journey. What are you proud of?
You know, I can actually answer a previous question and this question at the same time, because that is, of course, one of the things that I'm most proud of. There's no way that I could not be. We made television history twice. You know, first it was the first Black female lead, and then it was the first Black female lead and captain, right? And those moments mean so much to me. Even being able to just sit in the chair, it's like I could distill it to that moment of being able to sit in the chair. I was carrying my daughter at the same time. So being able to share that with her also. And then being able to become a producer and then an executive producer behind the scenes. Also just the moments that I've had with each of them. For you and I, it's interesting because some of my favorite moments with each of you are from season 3. Actually, you know the moment that I'm talking about with me and you in my quarters. For you and I, it's Baha'i, but then there's also something coming up that was really special. Iceland, like you just said, in your subconscious. And then, oh my goodness, that moment that we shared when we reunited at the top of season 3. These are some of my proudest moments on this show. Oh, we miss you, Anthony. I can tell you mine with you
He's
too.
not
He's
dead.
alive. Man,
He's just in time.
They thought they got a real exclusive with that one.
He's a new daddy and everything.
He's in
with
Tokyo.
us
He's
very
in Tokyo
much.
right now.
Tokyo
So
chilling.
sorry.
He's in Tokyo chilling right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, let me compose myself because everybody got a heart attack. Like, wait, what?
I know. I'm like,
Oh God.
Gosh.
I'm a widower.
oh, Anthony.
Okay, so this is for Blue, Alex, and Michelle. This show has been a trailblazer in terms of LGBTQIA plus characters. Talk to us about why is this so fitting for Star Trek's legacy of infinite diversity and infinite combinations?
Dive in.
You're the expert.
Well,
I mean, I think it was a really perfect timing because I think the way that Ian and I were introduced right after this massive time jump was really perfect, and the way that we were introduced was very nonchalantly, which I think was the right way to do it. And I've been saying this all weekend, but there's very rarely a trans character on a TV show. There's never two, and they're never in a relationship. So the fact that I got to do that with Ian is definitely what I'm most proud of in all of the work that I've done here. I feel immensely grateful to have been allowed to, you guys gave us this platform, and I didn't realize the effect that it would have. And I'm hugely grateful for it every single day. But I love the way that we were portrayed. I love the way that I got to bring a lot of my own life and transition into Adira, and that I've got to do that on screen, although very scary. I'm really grateful for it, and I'm glad I could do it. And I'm glad that it was not the most interesting thing about either myself or Ian's characters. In fact, we literally never talk about it, which is perfect. And I love that. I love Adira very, very much. I'm very grateful.
That's incredible. There's breaking down barriers, and then there's like kicking down that barrier, and then slowly sitting and having a cup of coffee, saying, "I'm here." By the way, you know, and I felt that from your answer just now. So, what have been your? This is for everyone. If you have one comes to mind, shout it out. What has been like your favorite strange like alien worlds or alien planets that you guys have visited within this show?
My own. On the hometown of the Kaminar for the Kelpians was I loved the aesthetic of it, the living in a hut, and the transition of hut to spaceship for me was quite a journey. But I never forgot my roots as a Kelpian. Yeah, it was good. It's good for me.
That's a good answer.
I loved the 10C planet that we spent a lot of time in because this was, you know, a species that we had never encountered before. So we were trying to figure out how to communicate with a species that didn't use words. You know, was using pheromones and what were those?
Oh gosh, what were they called?
It was 2 years ago.
The
We barely
molecular
went through yesterday.
dust.
But anyway,
Yes.
the point was that, you know, it felt, you know, we use an AR wall, so it's like a 180, if not more, degree LED wall that
With 11,000
yeah,
screens.
it's incredible, and it was just a beautiful set, and it really allowed us to escape reality and throw ourselves into this strange world that
strange
with a
new world?
with a strange strange new world. Look at you tying stuff.
Alex was happy with that.
Wow.
Yes.
Someone has a live Paramount Plus account. I love it. But anyway, it was just so easy to lose ourselves in those surroundings. So I loved the 10C, and I loved that whole storyline about how you make first contact with a species like that.
Right, okay. So we're running out of time, but I have one good question I feel like a lot of fans would like to answer, and that's not finding out that somebody probably died. What is a favorite behind-the-scenes moment that you would like to share? I'm going to give it to you, because you've been awfully quiet.
Yeah.
Looking great, but awfully quiet.
Yes, I'm just chilling.
Enjoying the vibe.
She's a good one to go to about behind the scenes.
Why would you say that?
It's a hunch on my part.
Would you say that I'm a bit of a goof, a bit of a clown? I don't. There's so many, but I like all the stuff, all the shenanigans we get into on the bridge are just my absolute favorite. When we're like kind of just like giddy and like crazy dancing, all of like our little improvs that we have. We have like set improvs that we do. Like Sneakwood, my favorite one, is like a sort of passive-aggressive hairstylist. Yes. It's like, is that supposed to be?
Is that?
Let me just, and then, oh, are we going? Okay, it's.
You're like, what? Yeah. You're like, but is it okay? No.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
It's fine.
I think
missed
we
it.
gotta
Messed me
go.
up for like the entire day.
Remember our little thing?
This is the other one I brought up yesterday. Is like a tiny little purse, and what's like the funniest tiny thing you can take out of it, like a little lipstick.
Across from each other, we would do it to each other, just like looking in the.
Please tell me there's photos of this.
I'm
I
telling
pray
you,
there's
you
photos
throw a
of this.
bunch of actors in a room for 12 hours, they're going to find a way to entertain
Invisible,
Yeah.
invisible dark.
Well, that.
Oh, those are that was
Invisible dark.
Okay, y'all, I know we said that we're running out of time, but
show
explain
the
the invisible dart.
Yeah.
Going.
Catch it.
You can also catch it, right?
Can we adopt that? Like, can
Yes,
we like adopt
yours.
All right, thank you, South by
Thank you, the cast, and everyone for Star Trek Discovery. And thank you to you all for stopping by. You can watch all of our studio interviews on the South by Southwest YouTube page. That is youtube.com/SXSW. I'm your host, Juju Green. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.